This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Thanks for joining us here today in La Quinta, California. Beautiful spot. We're at the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, what do we have out here today?
Par 72, every inch of this golf course is going to extract the best out of your game, because if you don't play your best, you will struggle. Anything in the 60s, something to be proud of.
Teeing off to start the round here at PGA West. This first hole is a 445-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through the first tee shot.
Only the longest hitters won't hit driver down here, Rich. 3-wood at that bunker if you are really, really long. Otherwise, sort of try and squeeze that driver down the left side. Shorten this hole up a little bit because it plays every inch of that 450 yards.
There you go, 310 yards. Caught all of that one and straight as well. It's in the fairway.
It's fine.
There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Shouldn't be a problem here. -1 in the early going. And getting ready for the putt. Good putt, and now 1 under par. Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops thinking they need to make a three here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
Good contact, good result. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses when they first came out with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It's such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye's going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donald Rosses, the C.B. McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016.
Be safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
And setting up here in the rough. Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. So, 2 under early on. Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. That's about 285 yards to carry. That's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left. So it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Getting set now for the second shot here at hole number 3, par 4. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Drops the putt to go to 2 under. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. First par 3 of the day. It is the 4th here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card. Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
Safely aboard. This requires a good swing, 200 yards to the hole location. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Getting set now over the putt. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, you can see the frustration. Almost kicked his putter head right there with a drop shot here at the 4th. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Now at 1 under for the round. Frank, this looks like a fun hole. The first par 5 of the day, 535-yard fifth.
Yeah, as long as you've got something that doesn't go left off the tee shot and doesn't go right off the second shot, you'll be fine.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're in the state of California, set to kick off the round here at the challenging PGA West course. Par 72 setting up as a demanding challenge to any golfer stepping on this course, especially, Frank, when it comes down to the 17th hole. They call it Alcatraz.
Well, as we know, hardly anybody gets out of Alcatraz. You want to throw a little nugget in? In 2000, Joe Daly looked like he was going to get his tour card, hit a putt from 3 foot, it hit the liner, bounced back out. A lot of things can happen on 17.
Now down to the first, about 445 yards, par 4.
When you first look at this opening tee shot, Rich, it looks like you just hit a nice gentle draw off that right bunker. But the general contours of this terrain here does kick that ball a little left.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
All right, Frank, break down this approach shot here at hole number 1.
Well, typical Pete Dye confuses you straight out of the gate. Draw off the tee, and then you've got to hit that second shot in left to right. Look at the angle of that green. It points away to the right.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. One under early in the round. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Has the putt, and now at -1.
Teed up here at the second hole, Frank. This is a short par 4, measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really two bunkers that you've got to, or two complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left, you'll see, is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a two-shot hole, and play it that way.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
-1 in the early going. Locked in on the read and the speed. Now at -2 for the day.
Frank, players had hybrids. Some had irons out off the tee on that short par 4 second. Time to get the big stick out here on the third.
It certainly is. The third hole you play here, 3 totally different looks off the tee. This hole appears straightish off the tee, but well bunkered down the left, which makes you push that tee shot a little to the right.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Beautiful looking shot right here.
Frank, this looks to be the kind of approach shot here at number 3 that a high-level professional would like to hit.
We don't see as many guys cut the ball as what we used to in the sort of Lee Trevino days. So really the modern day player likes to hit the ball right to left, and this is a second shot that certainly suits that.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So, 2 under early on. So, they'll tap in. And with that, 1 under par.
Frank, here's a case at the fourth hole, this par 3 of Pete Dye kind of messing with a player's mind. Just how does he do it?
Well, there's a straight line between that tee and the flag. That's the obvious thing. But if you follow the look of the hole down there, it's just the shaping of the bunkers, the little curving of the edges there that just take that mind's eye away, almost making it look like there's a little bit of a dog leg in a straight hole. Very clever.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Stays at 1 under with that par.
Frank, what'd you say at the top? Die on the left, die on the right. Is this what you were talking about?
Exactly, yeah. The fifth hole here, it's called double trouble. So yeah, there's chances for grief on both sides of this fairway. But, if you're long enough, if you can just sneak it past 335, that's where the water runs out. This is reachable.
So if you do sneak it out there, and that would be the longer hitters, you might have what into this green?
Well, you can get home hybrid, maybe even something shorter. But remember, it's called double trouble. Avoid that. Maybe double eagle.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. You know, most golf spectators play the game. Whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Getting set now over the putt. And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Lunge this one home, finish it up. That puts them at 4 under for the round.
Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
That will be a great look at birdie. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Looks like he just misread that. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, look out, here he comes. 4 under par now after that birdie. 4 par. Drops for a par.
We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
But this one has a chance to be really good. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
This has really been an airtight performance to this point, just flawless. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough.
Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
So a tester from 4 feet. Takes care of business. 5 under par.
Trying to stay steady, make a par.
Good effort and good par putt. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green. Ah, nice.
Looks good.
Oh, that's fine.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
crucial eagle attempt on the way.
Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway.
It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That's a bit offline in the rough.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt.
Pretty good stroke right there, just to hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Just 5 feet left.
Starting to really play well, -5.
Finishing out the front 9 with a pretty difficult par 4. Again, water down that right side.
Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through to putt.
Now the difficult second shot here at the par 4 9th.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the 9th. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
So makes the putt, and now at -6. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we're living in the present like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
Good contact, good result.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man.
Frank, is this a definite green light, the approach at the par 4 10th?
Well, there's enough opportunities at PGA West for the long hitters. This is an opportunity for the really good iron players. This is where they have a chance to shine, because a good iron player will give himself a birdie putt here. A poor iron player here, all of a sudden they'll find trouble.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. It's at sneaky distance.
drills it in. Nice putt. On fire right now. 7 under par.
Oh boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards.
Oh, I liked that.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
What a drive. Just tattooed that.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
And now the second shot here at this par 5.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, what's involved here in the third shot now at the par 5 11?
Just really setting up a good angle for that third shot. This is when you lay up, it always pays just to check where the flag is. You want to sort of have a nice, comfortable look or angle to the flag.
Chance to get it close here. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. And that is 9 under for the day.
Just a couple of feet.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card.
And now we're at the par 3, 13th hole, 214 yards. Good-looking shot right here.
This is all over it.
Dude, he just made an ace. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Clean this up with a tap.
Did the job right there. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left. I'm loving that balance.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Moving into this second shot here at hole number 14.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick.
All right, partner, walk us through this approach shot here at the 14th.
You have to respect the back of the screen as it starts to narrow up. The widest part of the screen is the front. The advantage of that, though, if you do leave it a little bit shorter, you are putting uphill.
Good swing, good shot yet again.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Now -10 for the round. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway. It cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Frank, the 15th is called turning home. Time now to turn on the jets, and a good chance.
Yeah, after a good drive, once again, height's going to be rewarded here with the second shot. See the way that green is protected by the bunkers. So if you can come in here really high, get that to land soft, there's a lot of flags on this green that you can go at. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Surely not.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Getting set now over the putt.
Good effort and good par putt. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Eyeing this putt for a birdie. Mark that as a birdie on the card. So they'll tap in.
Just an unbelievable round thus far, and 12 under on the day.
So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box, What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz? Par 3 17th at 168 yards.
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you.
In the thick stuff.
Thick. It's brutal out there.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow through. All those things are still very valid today.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter.
For par.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards. But again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's 3 groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. That's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3 wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
Frank, this approach shot's
to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for Frank Nobilo and our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time. Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Welcome to TPC Sawgrass, known for one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 17th Island Green. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action for today's event. Frank, the golfers look ready to go, and if you win here, simply put, Frank, you've won one of the most meaningful championships in the whole sport.
This is the deepest field in professional golf. That's why it's the Players' Championship.
First hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 423-yard par 4. Nice way for players to get started, Frank. Not too demanding, but still, it requires that you put the golf ball off the tee in the right place.
That's correct, Rich. There is a little bit of water down the right, but that's only really for the grandmothers in the field. Anybody else, drive it down the left, 3-wood, even a 2-on if you're a longer hitter, and then a good chance to start with an opening birdie. Nice.
Looks good. Frank, the approach shot here at the par 4 first. What's the right way to attack?
The much easier flag is down that right side because you can run that ball with the slope to that low side. Tough flag on the left.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Locked in on the read and the speed. So in the red figures at 1 under. Not a gimme, but well within his range. -1 and really going. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
That's fine.
Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. You want to get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18 with a chance. 16 is the reachable par 5. You can make eagle there. And then the final 2 holes, you just want to steer clear of trouble. Though, with bold play, and you mentioned it with Craig Perks, you could make birdies.
It really is a case of mind over matter when you look at those holes. You're right. If you took away the water, you'd think they're 3 nice holes. But it wouldn't be the same. You intimidate the player as he plays 15. He's well aware of the finishing 3 holes.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This is a 19-foot putt.
And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
It's a big putt right here for birdie. Good score going, now at 2 under par.
So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
You really break this green up into 3 portions: front left, front right, and that back just on top of the ridge.
Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
This one looks right on point. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Shouldn't be a problem here. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under.
Second shot.
Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
He moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Just in the first cut of rough. Not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
Settles in over the putt. Well, that's how you keep a round going. Make putts just like that. 11 feet away.
Putting a good round together now at 4 under.
Fifth hole here at TPC Sawgrass. Long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're long or short hitter, the long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So just a formality here. In for par, and we'll sit tight at 4 under. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the 6th.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. Hits one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. With that, moves to 5 under par. Frank's 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pot bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Strategically, Frank, how do you like to play this hole?
You've got to be aware of where you don't want to go. That front right bunker is probably the easiest bunker shot on this hole, but there's a little pot bunker on the left. That one there, always difficult to get it up and down.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. This would be nice. A birdie on the card. See if he can make it.
You'd like that one again.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Just a couple of feet. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh boy, way short. Have to hit it. This is a 13-footer. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Keeping pace. Good stuff right there. 6 under par. This would give him a bogey.
Now at 5 under for the round. Frank, the ninth is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right, then sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway. What a great shot.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble. Second shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Frank, narrow entryway to this green here at the ninth. Short shot, but kind of difficult.
Yeah, don't want to get too aggressive here. You missed the green on the left, that bunker there, very difficult to get it up and down. And of course, there's the 2 little pop bunkers on the right side.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. That's birdie, and that's just another example of how everything seems to be clicking today, especially on the greens.
Yeah, good green reading too. You've got to take your hat off to that. The line has been perfect and the pace has matched it.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
All right, Frank, now the approach here at number 10. What's the right way to play it?
Just avoid that bunker on the right and don't go too long and left. Over the back left is not an easy up and down.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag. It's no snack though.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Good par.
And now he has this for the birdie. How about 7 under par now? Let's go to the 11th. Now it's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back nine, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach.
It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. He has this for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here now, the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view. Nice.
Looks good.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Nine under for the round. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer. And also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. this has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch the ball roll all over the screen and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna, well, he's still gonna get away with it. Just when you think you're going to make birdie, now have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Stroke that with authority.
Frank, Tiger certainly had his adventures here at 14.
Well, we'll never forget that. Spun it left. In the end, was very, very lucky to get away with 6. Had it been 7, Garcia might have just caught him at the post, but he will, and we will, never forget 14.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
Good contact, good result.
Frank, there's a lot to factor in on this approach at the 14th.
You can favor right side of this green and sort of allow the contours of the green just to move that ball to the left.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
That is classy.
They have a chance of going in.
This is the second shot at the par 4. Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, you know, sort of Djokovic or Federer or, you know, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But you know, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Putt for par. He needs one. Has his par. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Pretty good result right there, considering.
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Under par on the day. And if you're a couple of shots behind on Sunday, that final round, you're thinking about 3, and that's possible, isn't it?
Well, history's shown it has, Rich.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there. Yeah, it was a little over ambitious. Second shot.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Looking pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. So close.
Great effort, a little too strong. It didn't take the break.
He's got a birdie chance now coming back.
Will make birdie if this drops. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Frank, as a fan, it's so exciting because it's just so simple as well. Ball's in the air. You're wondering, where is it? Wet, dry, short, long, winner or loser?
And it's no surprise that this hole was an accident. This one was designed by not Pete Dye, but his wife Alice Dye. But we have seen so many accidents right here.
Well, it's obvious he is in complete command of his golf ball right now.
Straight away now from 145 yards. Strong wind here early in the round. How do you think this is going to affect the players, Frank?
Well, they've got to be clever on a club selection and the type of shot they want to hit now.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
These putts keep the round together.
Great, too.
Beautiful.
Just an unbelievable round thus far. And 12 under on the day.
Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Frank, really challenging second shot here at the home hole, the 18th.
You have to be decisive going in here. You can see all the trouble in front of you. Water left, that mounding on the right. Neither place really is good to go. So somehow you've got to muster up your best shot.
This won't hurt him. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So a tester from 4 feet. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold. Very bold.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.
Hey Nocta. Yeah, no, I keep telling her to go onto your channel because she's a big fan of all your RPG uploads. Hopefully, actually, I keep telling her she starts, streaming herself because she's really got into Final Fantasy at the moment. So. Yeah? Hey Noctur. Yeah. Listen. Yeah, I'll have a word with her and see if she wants to come on one day, because I think it'd be good for her to kind of get more into the whole idea of streaming, considering she loves watching streaming so much. So yeah, that'd be great. Right, listen, I'm gonna go on to there. I'm gonna go on to another stream. I'm probably gonna start streaming Tekken now. Just to let you know that. And anybody else who's tuned in, thank you so much. But I'm gonna start streaming Tekken now. So thank you for your viewings. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Right? No, thanks very much, guys. I appreciate it. Peace out, and I'll see you on my Tekken stream.